What is going on, bowlers? Chris Beans here with Bowlers Rant, bringing you some new updates on the 2021 Discontinued List. Yes, 6 new additions have been added, 2 from Roto Grip and 4 from 900 Global. Let's jump into it right now. That is a big list. We've got the Roto Grip UFO and Nuclear Cell, and the 900 Global Aspect, both Afterburners, and the Volatility Torque. So 2 asymmetric pearls, 1 asymmetric solid, 1 symmetrical hybrid, 2 symmetrical hybrids, and 1 symmetrical solid, all added to the discontinued list. As usual, I always try to advise people, now that they've been added to the discontinued list, if you want one, you should go out and get one soon, because prices usually go up once they are gone, and they're going to cost quite a pretty penny on eBay or Facebook. So let's revisit what these balls are all about. So if you remember, these are the this is the Roto Grip balls, the UFO and the Nuclear Cell. Looking at my notes, the UFO, that was microtrack solid, so that's nano. You guys know how I feel about that. Blends the wet dry, really good for sport conditions, or really dealing with the over-under. 2000 grit Aberlon had the ET core, so this was when they had the hole in the core, looked like Kenny from South Park. 252 RG, 054 differential, 016 asymmetric differential. And the Nuclear Cell, that's E-Trax. This was one of my favorite Roto Grip balls ever, only second to the Hypercell Fused. Some people felt like it was the successor to the Hypercell Fused from a spiritual successor side. It is all pearl, where the Hypercell was hybrid. This one, 1500 grit polished, had the same core as the Nuclear Cell, and 252 RG, 056 differential, 018 asymmetric differential, both added to the discontinued list. And if I was to stash one, I would definitely stash one of these, depending on what your style of bowling is, because they are going to cost quite a pretty penny when they are gone. Over to 900 Global. So let's talk about the performance pieces first, the Aspect and the Volatility Torque. If you remember, the Aspect is a symmetrical solid. It's a benchmark piece. It's the first ball out of your bag to tell you what's up with the lane, and it has a very strong symmetrical motion, but it has still some pop in the back. Volatility Torque, on the other hand, was an asymmetric pearl. So let's go back to the notes and take a look at it. So, the Aspect S77 solid reactive cover, 3000 grit Aberlon, had the reflector core, and the number is 251 RG, 048 differential. The Volatility Torque, that was S84 pearl cover stock, 1500 grit polished, had the Volatility core, and the number is 249 RG, 050 differential, 014 asymmetric differential. Now, I wasn't too heavy on the Aspect, but I absolutely loved the Volatility Torque. This ball went down the lane, took a sharp left turn, and it was hitting the pins with bad intentions and not feeling bad about it at all. Both of these added to the discontinued list. Last but not least, the Afterburners. So these are both low differential balls, and they're both the same ball, just different colors. S62 hybrid cover, 1500 grit polished, and the numbers at 15 pounds, 2.55 RG with a .038 differential. Has a ignition core, which is basically just a light bulb core with a pancake weight block on the end of it. And this is something you can use in the transition, or if you are a two-hander, this is a two-hander's best friend. You would just scuff it, get the shine off to blend out the reaction, and you have quite an animal. I've seen a lot of people use this ball. It is really good for when the lanes start to break down, or if you are speed challenged and you need to get something down the lane and clear the heads. Added to the discontinued list. Circling back to the shelf appeal, of course, there's a lot on this menu here. It looks really good. My favorite, of course, is the Nuclear Cell. That ball looks good. It rolls good. Everything's good, and everybody knows what that ball is all about when it is on the rack. And second to that, I really love the Volatility Torque. That logo, just really good. And I've seen this ball easy to read as it goes down the lane. But everything looks pretty good on here, and you're not going to be disappointed. If any of these are in kind of the style of bowling that you're in for, then you're going to want to grab one, because again, once supplies are gone, they're gone, and prices tend to go up. So if you are interested in learning more about these balls and where you can look them up, I've got links in the description where you can pick these up on bowlersmart.com. Woo, a lot of great information there. So what do you think about this discontinued list? Do you like these new additions? And if you were to get one, which one would you go with? Drop me a comment, let me know. Let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming, and until then, bowl well.